Actor Wesley Cook Bentley hails from the U.S. His work as Ricky Fitz in American Beauty, for which he was nominated for a BAFTA for supporting actor, Eric in Mission Impossible Fallout, Doyle in Interstellar, Seneca Crane in The Hunger Games, and Jamie Dutton in Yellowstone have brought him widespread fame. What does he think about how acting has shaped his personal life? Moreover, what can we expect from the new season of Yellowstone? Starting us off, how has Wes Bentley fared on his journey to a new life? A new life, according to Bentley, he realized he wanted more from life after meeting Swedberg. He explains, "Before I was like, okay, I'm partying, but I can stop this. Man, I can't stop this and I want to," was the feeling. He began attending 12-step gatherings and saw that a different life was conceivable. Since 2010, Bentley and Swedberg have been wed. He started a clean life. Bentley stopped drinking on July 5, 2009. He now hikes and plays soccer to release his pent-up energy. "I have an endless supply of energy," he claims. "It was the cause of my addiction. I required a response to that energy." Taking on Jamie, according to Bentley, assuming the character of Jamie can be stressful. "He's really sad," says Bentley. "I've always tried to disregard my unhappiness and find other methods to cope, whether through humor, comedy, or drugs at one time. But if you're attempting to convey someone's misery, you can't do that. You must permit it to exist. That has been the most difficult aspect of it all, and it has had some impact on my life." Bentley thinks that all he went through has given him this opportunity. He claims that he believes in fate and that everything has happened to him was necessary for his arrival. "I regret a lot of things, but I'm just so content with my life." Next up, Wes Bentley claims that the character's sadness permeates my life in Yellowstone. While asked about playing the complex Jamie Dutton in the popular Paramount series, Bentley stated, "He's always there behind me, clawing at that, especially when I'm shooting." Wes Bentley is thinking about Jamie Dutton's situation. In the popular Paramount Network series, the Yellowstone actor plays Jamie, the rancher-turned-governor John Dutton. Bentley has had to draw new lines between his role and personal life due to his emotional journey through depression, which has given the character stability. Bentley described his character to the New York Times as very depressed. "I've always tried to ignore my sadness and find other ways to cope with it, or I've tried things like humor, comedy, or drugs at one point. But if you're attempting to convey someone's misery, you can't do that. You must permit it to exist. The worst aspect of it all has been that it has slightly affected my life." So when did Wes Bentley start portraying Jamie in Yellowstone? Since the 2018 premiere of Yellowstone, Bentley has played Jamie. This summer season 5 will premiere. "I've prided myself on leaving everything at the door, or as an athlete would say, leaving it on the field for the majority of my career," Bentley concluded. "I'm not depressed, but Jamie's unhappiness penetrates my existence. He's always clawing at it, especially when I'm filming. I'm fortunate to have a wonderful family and be where I am." Bentley continued by saying that his wife, Dolan's Cadillac assistant director and associate producer Jackie Swedberg, cautions him against letting Jamie invade his mind. "You're allowing him to return home now." Bentley remembered what Swedberg had told him. "We don't want Jamie here, he's coming home." Throughout the past, Bentley has spoken candidly about his youth addiction struggles. Bentley admitted to possessing heroin in 2008. The actor has been sober since July 2009. Before, Bentley recalled, "I was like, I'm partying, okay, but I can stop this. Man, I can't stop this and I want to," was the feeling. "The regrets will always be present." To get here, Bentley concluded, "I believe in fate, and I believe I went through all that, created all that, and experienced all that. I have a lot to regret, but I couldn't be happier with my life." Gil Birmingham, Don Olivieri, Kelsey Asbill, and Wes Bentley, actors from Yellowstone, attend a Los Angeles SAG event. They were from the television show Yellowstone, taking a photo together at the SAG-AFTRA Golden Globes event on Friday, January 6. The four cast members engaged in a panel discussion where they displayed their natural chemistry. They also posed for individual and group photos while modeling their attire on the red carpet. They make an appearance soon after the show's 5th season hiatus. Another cast member's music was included in the mid-season finale. We were informed earlier this month when the show would resume airing for the second half of the season. Find out when you can explore more of Yellowstone by viewing the trailer. Next up, Wes Bentley foresees the demise of his Yellowstone character. One of the most polarizing characters in Yellowstone is Jamie Dutton, and now Wes Bentley is forecasting his demise. It doesn't seem good either. Wes Bentley gave his opinion on the destiny of his Yellowstone character during a recent Screen Actors Guild panel, saying, "I don't think he's playing a game here. He does want to make sure his son has something. He may have been aware of his death since the start of the season. He has already concluded his situation. He's making moves and seizing opportunities because he knows what is coming and is attempting to make the most of it." Taylor Sheridan already knows how Yellowstone will end, as Wes Bentley noted. "He has spoken to me. He knows how he wants to conclude it. That took place a while ago. He probably had no idea how he would get there, but he did." Wes Bentley added a brief critique of Jamie. Is he only clinging to his position of authority, or is he truly working to improve the land? The complicated thing with Jamie is that he has many legitimate questions. He makes a compelling case. He may not approach it in the most ideal manner, or I suppose in a manner that people detest, but it is his way and who he is. As Wes Bentley noted, Yellowstone fans have also responded strongly. "I receive therapy from fans, which is bizarre. They want to discuss his problems and what's wrong with him with me, or they scream their hatred for me at me from across the room. They are grinning though, so I feel secure. I have yet to follow anyone anywhere." Yellowstone has been a consistent hit for Paramount, with massive ratings for the season 5 premiere and a much-hyped mid-season finale that left a lot of questions questions unanswered. Yellowstone will return to conclude the season this summer. What do you think? Will Wes Bentley and Jamie make it to the end of Yellowstone, or will he be killed off before that? Let us know your predictions below. So what has happened in Yellowstone over the years? The series features a Montana ranching family fighting against those who are encroaching on their property. Yellowstone centers on the Dutton family, headed by John Dutton, who owns the biggest contiguous ranch in the country and is constantly under siege from those who live there as well as from an Indian reservation, a land developer, and the country's first national park. It is a thorough examination of a violent world free from media scrutiny. Land grabs net billions for developers, and politicians are bought and sold by the biggest oil and lumber companies. Life in the new frontier means that drinking water contaminated by fracking wells and unsolved murders are not news. Through the eyes of a family that embodies both, it is the best and worst of America. The Dallas of the 21st century is Yellowstone. The alternative to South Fork is Yellowstone. In place of J.R. Ewing, John Dutton is present. Dutton, like J.R., will stop at nothing to protect his assets. Because there are so many characters in Yellowstone, it can be challenging to follow the plot. Although the episodes are set in the open West United States, they are classic melodramas with plenty of bloodsheds, twisted romance, retribution, and greed. The audience must put aside some of their preconceptions in order to believe all of this, such as the idea that Dodge City in 1870 and Montana in 2020 are remarkably similar. Finally, what is the message of Yellowstone? To categorize Yellowstone as a red state drama is oversimplified. The cowboy soap, however, has a great accent when speaking in the language of the culture war. These days, a map depicting the nation divided into large expanses of Republican red with accents of Democratic blue is circulated after each presidential election. And in response to that image, someone always says, "Land doesn't vote" after each election. This is true in both the literal sense and the spirit of majority rule. However, that is not the viewpoint of the most popular serial from the previous television season. On Yellowstone, which premieres its 5th season on the Paramount Network this Sunday, the land votes for sure. It bestows material wealth, political power, and a feeling of identity. It serves as both a justification and a source of lust. No matter what anyone on Twitter says, the more land you have in Yellowstone, the more important you are. And nobody matters more than John Dutton, the troubled patriarch of a Montana ranch large enough to devour a tiny northeastern state for breakfast. On one level, Yellowstone's appeal is apolitical and as old as television. Like Dallas or House of the Dragon, it is a large, trashy, and addictive soap opera about a family-run business. Deals are made, sibling conflicts are battled, and unmasked paternities are exposed. Wolves and a wolf-watching people have are all present. There are explosions, gunfights, and physical altercations. You might wonder how Montana's population increased sufficiently to earn a second congressional seat when the first 4 seasons saw so many fatalities. The dialogue is blunt and melodramatic, and the action is outrageously over the top. In one episode, a rattlesnake is hurled at a character's face to kill him. Unfortunately, guys, that is all the time we have today. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Till next time, cheers.